morning. Start of another early day for me. And today I am going to be smoking the Destino al Sigolo, the Gran AnniverXario, giant X in the middle. And this was created to commemorate the 100-year anniversary of the company. So I don't know how technical you want to get. It's not an Opus X, but at the same time it's got the little stamp in the back. I don't know if you can see that. So I guess technically it is. I'm gonna read off the website right now. After years in the making, the Arturo Fuente Gran AnniverXario Destino al Sigolo was master blended to commemorate the company's 100-year anniversary. Made with wrappers from the Chateau de la Fuente, this line of cigars uses a Habano seed rather than a Corojo seed variety used to make the renowned Fuente Opus X. The AnniverXario Destino al Sigolo will delight those who prefer a full flavor robust smoke. Okay. So, two pieces of information there. One, we found out that the regular Fuente Opus X uses a Corojo seed, probably some hybrid, right? And then this one uses the Habano. So this is going to be a stronger cigar. That's what I'm catching basically. So the Destino al Sigolo. I keep these, and I'll explain why another time. I just want to see if I can get some, you know, there you go. If you can look at the artwork on this thing, it is beautiful. All right, with that big Opus X at the back. So let me cut this and light it. Oh, see my ashtray. I'm back. All right. Got my coffee. It's an essential part of the morning. Well, first off, I love my V cutter. So, I think if you notice, I prefer the V cut. I don't have anything against the straight cut, but it's always been, to me, more difficult to find a good straight cutter than it is to find a good V cutter. And I always found that I got more smoke for the most part out of the V cut. The only time that's ever an issue, and I've had to go back to a straight cut, is if I'm smoking any kind of like a bellicoso, because if you have the V cut, one of the problems that you run is that as you smoke the cigar, because the opening is smaller, if you have it on the bellicoso, what ends up happening is the overall area is far smaller and tar builds up around the opening. And after a while, you stop getting smoke out of the damn thing. And then I realized a while back, oh, it has to be that. And then what I ended up doing was I started using a straight cut after I used the V cut to open it up. And I would look and I would see it was like black, like with tar on it. And that was really what was happening. So you want to make sure when you're using when you smoke like a bellicoso, something where the tip narrows at the end. For this, it's fine, right? For the regular Parello, it's fine. But for the other ones, you're going to have to use a straight cut. So, give it a minute. The first few puffs, when you heat the tobacco up, always going to have that bitter after bite. So now if you've seen any of my videos up to this point, you might be of the mind that I don't really like stronger cigars. And that's mostly because I don't like that sort of really peppery after bite. However, with this you would assume that it's going to be a problem. like it says, the AnniverXario Destino Sigolo will delight those who prefer a full-flavored, robust smoke. Okay. Well, that kind of goes a little bit against sort of what I've been saying, that I'm more on the medium, maybe medium to full body spectrum. But first of all, I can enjoy a full body cigar. I'm just very particular about what I enjoy. My experiences in the past with Habano leaves, whether it's binder, filler, wrapper, whatever, I actually thoroughly enjoy the Habano. When I put up some old videos, one of them you're going to see, I went through the Asylum Insidious line. Insidious has the one with the natural wrapper. That's their most mellow one. Then there's the Maduro. I wasn't a fan of the Maduro one. And then there's the Habano, which I thought I wasn't going to like because it's a medium to full body. And the Habano ended up being my favorite one. Then, although I wasn't a fan of the huge ring gauge or anything along those lines, when I had the Asylum Ogre, which is a barber pole, it's a very interesting barber pole because typically a barber pole is like a natural and a Maduro wrapper, or Connecticut and a Maduro wrapper. That's typically the way that it's done to make the barber pole cigars. This is the only one to this day, as far as I know, that has a Habano and a Candela wrapper. And to add a little bit of fuel to that fire, a little while back, my brother, I didn't videotape myself smoking because I wasn't doing the channel at the time. My brother got me the exact same one, the Ogre, but instead of the huge 8x80, fucking party novelty item, he got me the Lancero. And when I tell you that was one of the most flavorful and amazing cigars I think I've ever smoked, and it's a $10 stick. Not to knock whatchamacallit, not to knock that company at all. Asylum is a great company. I think they come out with some amazing stuff, and if I was still interested in just smoking to smoke, Asylum probably holds 4 or 5 spots in terms of go-to cigars. I loved their Medulla and Oblongata. Can't get the one with the natural wrapper anymore. Only the Maduro, which sucks because the regular Medulla is probably my favorite non-Opus X cigar in the world. Alright, so I'm getting into this, and I will tell you, I do notice a highly different flavor profile. And, there are, again, some of the notes of what would be the Opus, but it's just, I don't want to say that it's not smooth. It is very smooth, but this, man, I can't necessarily put my finger on what it is, I mean, for sure, there's a very, and it's a short finish, peppery taste on the back, but it's not an overpowering, it's very subtle. There's definitely that. That woodiness, for sure. There's like a real earthy kind of taste to this. You do notice the Habano. That sort of there's like you can definitely tell there's a Habano in here. Yeah, so I would say it's definitely got that sort of like earthy kind of taste to it. Trying to get a lot of cedar now as I'm kind of getting into it a little bit more. So the way I would compare this, you see how I was saying with the Lost City and the Angel Share, is kind of like an Opus, kind of brought down a level, and you sort of add this sort of like note of cream to it. This is more like an Opus brought up a level with a little bit of a peppery afterbite. Smokes a little thicker. You could definitely taste that sort of Habano overtone, you know, and but I gotta tell you, I like it. I like it. So, recommendation, try this if you can get your hands on it. The Arturo Fuente Gran AnniverXario, commemorating the Destino Sigolo, commemorating their 100-year anniversary. If you can get your hands on it, get your hands on it. It's a good smoke. All right, I'm going to finish this up, and I've got a lot of work to do. So, have a good one.